Incremental greetings. Let's continue with the Supermemo course, the Pleasurable expansion. Now it's time for the advanced template of multiple choice question. A template that I hope you will never use in your life, unless you're in the school system. You have exams, and the kind of exams you have are multiple choice questions. Then, in this artificial scenario, yes, feel free. Other than that, don't use this template. It's not useful at all. Then, if you are in the school system, you will need to use it. So, Fowl created his own template. Before proceeding, you have the built-in. As you can imagine, I don't have any, but I can quickly do one for you. Then, Ctrl-Shift-M, and the default, it's called multiple choice. Then, if you see this, why I'm seeing this, it's because this is my default font, because it comes from HTML. That's already a spoiler. This is not an HTML component. It's a text component. Well, actually 6. You have the question and up to 6 answers. Then, here we see MTC, multiple choice test. And this means wrong, 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 wrong. So the only one that is correct is the first one. Not necessarily. It's a dash, means it's none. I will need to click the component, and in the MTC, you see it already says none. Correct. And you have the visual feedback. Then, what is the name of this channel? Okay. Then, if I go meta, is what is the name of this channel? Pleasurable learning. Incremental greetings. See you incrementally. Long story short, and so on. I could say what I say most often in my videos. So obviously, it's pleasurable learning. Then, if I want to do a different question, now let me duplicate this. And I say, what do I say? So then the question is, what do I say at the start of my videos? Now the correct one is incremental greetings. So right click the component and I put it as correct. Now what happens is that there are two correct, which could be possible. So you have a multiple choice question and two are accepted as correct. But that's not something we won't usually want. So now I need to select this as wrong. And that's the correct one. Then, this is the second one, incremental greetings. Before, we had another item that the correct one was pleasurable learning. What do you think will happen? It's this one. Hey, this still says correct, the pleasurable learning. That's because it's not about the template. The template pre-adds, let's say, the default, and that's it. Then, everything that is wrong or correct depends on that specific item. So strictly speaking, what he did Fowl at the beginning of the true and false question using this strategy is, strictly speaking, not required. You can have two templates for the shortcut, because if it's not one, it's the other. We don't have 5 options in this case. But it's not required. But manually, every single time, you will need to click this thing in the both components. For convenience, he created two templates, but it's not required. This is the default. Happens to be that it's just in plain text. You can have the same with HTML, and that looks slightly better. Let's see what Fowl does.
Other template that I personally use template, I would say.
Again, remember the strategy to type components and so on, so you don't waste your time, and you have even a better result.
Okay. We actually don't want this style, so we're gonna create a new style here. Dark mode. We add this HTML component. Oh, nice. Yeah, why not?
He kind of did now.
I just make component.
Oh man, that's why sometimes I say there's a lot of dead time. This chapter of the multiple choice, again, it's like 9 minutes. Could be done in 5 or less. Oh my god.
Now this looks nice. So this or the other way around. So press the key.
This is still the same strategy than true or false, because there are only 2 options, by the way.
T, which to hand. Since I use this also. No. We can just just this marker. Answers go there. Isn't okay? Has to be here. The we call it up simple, and you can also make that component bigger if you want some hints or additional knowledge principle.
Okay. Yeah, not much insights here. Then I will redo it because he spent a lot of time but doesn't have anything meaningful new to say. Then let's say I want to do this but with modern HTML components. Easy. So first thing I will do is duplicate. Nice. Then I have those options. I will use this strategy at my advantage now. Remember, what we've seen in other videos. Components, then alignment and resize, and now I want shrink to the smallest. Okay. And now we will be adding HTML components, resize them so they fit at the list. Okay. We will do 5 because the original template has 5 options. No worries now about the precise sizes. Then you cannot click now. You need to Control E, change the type, hide the mode, and now you can copy and paste. Okay. Then I can already see here we have some weird styling. Also remember Control Shift N, Control Shift F12. And now we want to delete the plain text components. That's also possible. You can right click, delete component, or Control D. Let's do Control Delete, Control Delete. And now, unlike Fowl, we are lazy. Let's say we will take this to our advantage and we will tile all of them 1, 5 to 1. Nice. Then if you want the options, perhaps you want a different styling. Let's do that. It will be style, new style, option. And the background color will be, oh no, this. And the color. Now it's already created, so I only need to link it. And it's called option. You can double click. It's easier to double click than pressing OK or space or enter. There's quite a lot of redundancy. So basically what I'm doing is that I want the options to be different color than the question. It's just this. What is the name of this channel? So now everything is HTML. That means that if I really wanted, I could have links, hyperlinks that I can click, or even images, whatever is in the original question. If this comes from incremental reading, and have images even at the same time. So now let's try that. What happens now? Oh, we lost that because we created those HTML components. So we have to say that this one is the correct one. Now, since it's not a plain text component, it's an HTML component, I have more options. But I still have the same option I want, that this is the correct one. And then this is wrong. Do you see at the side, you see the, usually you have the border that is red, but they are so close to each other that it's almost invisible, very hard to see, but you can still see it on the sides, regardless. Wrong, And finally, wrong. Nice. So now we are good to go. And I will save this as template, and it will be multiple choice question or test, if you will, for HTML, having HTML components. That I don't like how it is not here. Remember, I can tile everything but the first one, and I will do 2 by 2. I have 5 options, sorry. Let's do 1 row, 5 columns. Now, I don't like to be that long, no worries. I just resize one of them. You can do it manually, resizing all of them like this in freehand, or remember the option of components and alignment and size and all of that we have seen. So perhaps you prefer this. So now if we simulate the repetition, what is the name of this channel? Pleasurable Learning. Oh shit, what happened here? How come Incremental Greetings is the right channel, is the right one? Let me double check. Oh yeah, it was me, I was mistaken, my mistake. Lol. It's actually not the case I wanted to cover. What I wanted to do is, let's say that I swapped this by accident. Okay, so now I'm forcing the example. So I say, hey, the good option is the first one. No. Why it's not the first option, even though it's this one? Easy. Because of the element order is not kept. From left to right is not the same as the order. Even though, oh, I screwed this up, I will want to change that. Don't do this, because this will change every single element that shares this template. You only want to modify this element. Don't do that. Unless it's a mistake on the template, so this is actually shared with all of the templates, then yeah, I think that was the case, sorry. So in this case, the first to the left is this one. So then, yeah, change it. Regardless if it's the correct one or not. And then, what is the name of the Pleasurable Learning? Yeah, I wasn't right. Again, to high maintenance, the order is always the same one, so you will be tempted, not tempted, eventually, if you drill this, you will remember, yeah, the first option, or the option to the left, it's this one, without thinking. With Anki, and I think other tools, you can randomize the order. So Pleasurable Learning will always be there, but could be the third option or the fourth option, it's not always the same. Because then your brain will remember the position. And it's not good. But this approach is already not good to begin with. So that's all you need to know, how to do multiple choice questions using templates. Because as everything, you can get rid of all of the templates and just do the options in plain text. Here would be Pleasurable Learning, Incremental Greetings, see you, long story, short, and so on. Now I need like the acronym to go quickly. So I provide the options, and I have to select the right one. And it will be the answer, will be in plain text, Pleasurable Learning, as any other question and answer. But again, I'm hard coding the options. But since in Supermemo, that's already the thing, it's already hard coded, you're not losing anything. Yes. What you're losing is time. Time to make all of this. So again, if you're in the school system, you need this flow, and you want to use Supermemo for it, okay. If that's not your case, please don't. Not just don't use the template. Don't use the type of question of multiple choice. Get rid of this. And that's all you need to know for now. See you in the next video.